Welcome to Early Bird Picker. My name is Rafa.
And I'm Annette.
This is a different sort of episode. Normally we are going garage selling or picking or showing you solds, but I got to thinking that my mom is the other half of my picking team, and you guys don't know my mom very well, and so I thought we'd do like about 20 or so questions with my mom today and just get to let you get to know her a little bit better. So my first question for you is, what is your role in Early Bird Picker?
Oh, well, mainly I help thrift on Saturdays.
Not often, though.
What? Well, I mean, I help pick. I have a hard time with the difference between picking and thrifting.
Yeah.
I go to garage sales, and
I say that because we've talked about before that you don't like thrifting very well.
well, we'll get to that. But mainly I like garage sales and estate sales. So I go help with that, and sometimes I look things up to see what they're worth.
Yep.
And I used to be the photographer, but I'm not that anymore right now.
Do you have another job?
I do have another job. I'm a retired school teacher, and when I left there, I went to work at a retirement community, and I'm one of the managers at a local retirement community here in town. Full time.
How often do you go picking?
I go picking every Saturday that I can if there's good garage sales. That's really all I get to go.
Sometimes we go on Sundays.
Sometimes we go on Sundays, but that's kind of more of a sleep-in day.
Yeah. What's your favorite time of year to go picking?
Really right now, because I hate being too hot and the summertime is too hot, so I like spring and fall the best. Although we have the best luck in the summertime. It's just so hot.
Do you prefer single garage sales or neighborhood garage sales?
I actually prefer single garage sales. While you like garage sales that are in the neighborhood, I prefer singlets, as we call them, because I feel like at a garage sale, if a person is doing one on their own, they've really needed to have a garage sale and they've picked special things out of their house. But a neighborhood garage sale, I feel like every time we go to those, a lot of the stuff is just like, oh, the neighborhood's having a garage sale, let's throw this junk out there.
Yeah. And what's really interesting, in our area, there are only certain areas in the Tulsa area that actually have neighborhood garage sales. And so there's certain neighborhoods that never have neighborhood garage sales, but that have really nice...
And those are the best neighborhoods.
And so a lot of times local competition pickers might be going to the neighborhood garage sales. We'll hit up the neighborhoods that aren't having the neighborhood garage sales, just looking for, like we call them, the singlets. And we actually have really good luck doing that.
Our favorite area to pick, or my favorite area to pick, is what we call Midtown here in Tulsa. It's more established neighborhoods. It's not just young families selling baby stuff that the kids have outgrown.
We like picking vintage stuff, or I really enjoy picking vintage stuff. And in brand new neighborhoods,
people have already cleaned out and scaled down to go to a brand new neighborhood, or it's young families that don't have vintage stuff.
Yeah. All right, this is a tough question. What is your all-time best pick?
Well, I'm not sure. I thought that Eagle shirt that I found was going to be, but I don't think anyone's bought it yet.
Yeah, I got $75 for it.
Oh, well, that must be it then. I paid $1 for it. Rafa kept it for a while because he liked it and wore it, and then I guess you sold it.
Yeah. You found a Yeti, though, too. That's probably...
Oh, I found a Yeti that was really good one time, too.
What is your biggest struggle in picking?
Well, I don't love looking things up when I'm picking.
That's what I was going to say.
I'll take something to Rafa and he'll say, look it up. And I'm like, I don't want to look it up because I've got this in my hand, I've got the phone in the other hand, and I feel like the people are watching me look it up.
She just kind of wants to know this is
I
either
just
good
want
or...
Rafa to know that it's a good item. So that's probably one of my biggest struggles. I have another one, but I think you're going to ask me about why I don't like to thrift, so I'll get to that.
Did you introduce me to garage selling?
I don't think so, did I?
No, I introduced you to it.
Yeah.
It used to be that I'd go garage selling. I'd get up and go at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and then my mom would want to come garage selling, but she'd want to sleep in, and so she would say, come and get me at like 10 in the morning, and so I would stop garage selling, drive to come pick her up, and then go garage selling. And that was just a really inefficient way to do it because...
Yeah, and he wanted me to meet him in my car. Well, that's not fun.
So anyway, now you get up at the same time, and...
Sometimes I get up before you.
That is true. Do you have a picking specialty?
Picking specialty? I don't think so.
You're good at vintage, like, you found those vintage troll dolls. I mean, you know vintage toys.
I know vintage stuff because I am vintage. so I know what was around in the 60s. But I don't think I have a specialty. I really have grown to like looking at cookware.
Yep.
But I don't have a specialty.
What's the best thing about picking?
Spending time with Rafa.
That's the best thing about picking, from my perspective too, is spending time with my mom. I asked because she's wearing it. Do you have a lucky picking outfit?
Yes, this is it. This is an old raggedy, faded, torn sweatshirt that's got a hood and a pocket right here. And it's my lucky outfit. I don't know why. I think because I'm most comfortable in it.
I have a lucky picking shirt. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's my orange one, orange and yellow kind of. It's got triangles. I always find the best stuff when I have that shirt on. Comment down below if you guys have lucky picking outfits. We might be really weird in that we have lucky picking outfits. And my hat, of course, my cowboy hat, my cowboy western hat. What was the first time you got excited about something that you picked that you sold? Do you remember?
I remember this very well. So we were at a garage sale, and I picked up a Funko Pop, which I knew about.
Oh.
And it was $3, and it was being sold by a middle-aged woman. And her daughter said, "Mom, you shouldn't sell that. It's worth more than that." And she said, "Oh, I'm just ready to get rid of it." So I believe it sold for $43.
I think it sold for closer to $50.
I was so excited. I couldn't believe that I'd turned $3 into 43 or whatever dollars.
Yep. So that was
my
first
first
taste.
really good, where I got excited about doing it, yeah.
What is the item that you get most excited about finding?
Well, as you know, and probably some of the viewers know, I am a plant addict, and I probably have close to 150 plants.
I counted the other day. It's more like 200 or 300.
No, it's not. Anyway, sometimes at garage sales, you'll find people selling plants, and that really excites me because they're good prices.
But you don't resell them, though.
I don't resell them, no. And we used to have a lady that we went to every Labor Day. She had a plant sale and a garage sale, but she didn't have it this year, so I'm hoping everything's okay with her. But yeah, she had great plants. I also like finding pots to plant things in because they're very expensive, so if I can find one for 50 cents, that's really nice.
Here's a big question. Why don't you like going thrifting?
Okay, I don't know why, but the thrift stores kind of depress me. And also, I hate to say this, and I don't mean to sound like uppity or something, but I have a germ phobia, and for some reason, when stuff is sitting around in the store, it seems kind of germy. I don't like to mess with shoes or clothes for that reason. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean I have a germ phobia, so that really gets in the way of that.
And I kind of had that to begin with, but I've definitely gotten past that. And it kind of depends, too, in this area, what thrift store you're at. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time at the Goodwill here, they only put out the very best stuff. Like, the stuff is always really clean. It almost seems like it's been ironed, although I don't know if they steam it or what. But you never find wrinkled clothes at Goodwill. Always, just like I said, really clean.
And I'll buy other things for myself, like I have started collecting older globes, and what else do I keep? Well, planters.
Yeah.
But there's just something about clothes and shoes that I'm just not quite yet comfortable with. I hope some of you other germaphobes can understand that.
When you retire, do you plan to get more involved with the reselling of the items? So as it stands right now, the main role that you play is helping me on Saturdays pick items. So when you retire, do you see yourself helping me in the actual reselling of them?
I might. I don't know if I'll ever list because you say that's hard. But I
would love it if you helped list.
I enjoyed it when I used to take photos. I thought I was pretty good at that and felt like I was really helping when I did that. So.
No.
I'm also really good at finding garage sales.
Yeah.
Ones that you miss.
And for some reason, our Facebooks are different. And so whenever I look on Facebook Marketplace for garage sales, it shows me garage sales for like all over the country. Whereas on her Facebook Marketplace, it shows her only the local ones. And I don't know how to fix that. And so I use the Craigslist yard sale treasure map to help find garage sales. But my mom is
I just
really
use Facebook.
Yeah, you actually find most of the sales that we go to. So.
That's another part of my job, actually. On Thursdays, I'm supposed to start finding garage sales for the following weekend.
That's great. Do you think that garage sales will always be around?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what people will do with their stuff they don't want anymore. We live in a very consumer-driven society, and people always want new things, so they will always be trying to find something to do with their old things.
So you don't think it'll just turn into donation like at thrift stores?
No.
Or people selling on Marketplace or...
No. It's too much trouble for the average person.
Yeah, I agree. What are some aspects of picking that you enjoy that don't have to do with the picking process?
I like just being outside. That's another reason that I don't love thrifting, is because I like being outside on nice weather days. I like driving around and seeing neighborhoods that I'm not familiar with. That's really been fun this year.
And also, we're kind of looking at moving, and so that's been kind of helpful in...
Yeah, most of the neighborhoods that I really like, I can't afford. But, and like I said, I think it's a nice activity for you and I to do together.
Yeah. Here's a big question. Are you truly an early bird type of person? I'm going to say no for you on that one.
That's not true. I'm pretty perky in the morning.
That is true.
I'm perky in the morning. But if I could sleep in and still get a good start on the greatest things to pick, I would sleep till about 10 and then get up and do it. Because I'm also a night owl.
So you do help pick items on Saturday. Do you keep the money for the items that you pick?
No. I usually don't spend the money either. Usually I have a cash allowance that I get to spend. Yeah. And sometimes he buys me things that I want.
That's true. What is your biggest turn off at garage sales when you stay in the truck?
Okay, if we drive up and I see tables piled with clothes that people are just throwing, and or it's on the ground, that's the biggest turn off. I won't even get out of the truck.
That's a turn off because it's just like, oh, that person didn't put any effort into. But also you stay in the truck. And I don't want to dig through. Yeah. If there's a lot of if it just seems like a mainly baby stuff. Yeah.
I can usually, when we drive up, honestly, I can usually tell if it's going to be something where we'll find something or not.
I will say the last one that I got out for that was mainly baby stuff that I went ahead and looked. I found that box full of Starbucks tumblers, and so that one was worth. So
that's true.
I always say there could be like one thing that's worth getting out for. Oh, you already answered this one. Other than plants, is there anything else you enjoy collecting from picking?
Yeah, globes, and if I ever find something that reminds me of my childhood, then I'll try and get that too.
Well, that's pretty much all the questions I have. Is there anything else you want to add that I missed?
No, not that I can think of.
Well,
thanks for interviewing me.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Early Bird Picker. I hope you enjoyed getting to know my mom a whole lot more in depth. If you have any questions for her that I missed, put them in the comment below. And because you have a YouTube account too, so you could...
I'll answer them.
She'll answer them this time. So thanks again, and as always, see all y'all on the next video.
Bye.